Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing absolutely fine. So today we'll be studying general toxicology. This topic is very important from the point of view of examinations. Topics are generally asked for 5 markers and a fixed 20 marker is bound to be asked from this topic. So we'll be looking at its different aspect. We'll be going through the definitions, then classifications and much more. Okay, so let us begin. This is a mind map. If you want this mind map, I have put it up on my Telegram channel, Met Perspect, and I'll be providing the link of the same. Right? So let us begin with the definitions. Yep. Definitions. Toxicology, a branch of science which deals with the study of poison in reference to their source, character, properties, mechanism of action, cause of death, treatments, detection. Forensic toxicology, medical and legal aspect of harmful effects of poisoning, including cause and circumstances of death. Poison, a substance which when ingested, inhaled, applied or administered is capable of acting deleteriously on the body, that is produces ill effects or death. Drugs, any substance or mixture of substances destined for use in diagnosis, treatment, investigations, prevention of diseases or modifying the disease. Poison versus drug, the difference is of the dose. Legally, the difference is based on the intentions. Okay, so now we go on to the next topic, which is classification based on action. Right, so we have 6 different classifications based on the actions, which are corrosive poisons, irritant poisons, neurotoxic poisons, cardiac poisons, respiratory poisons, and miscellaneous. First, we go on to corrosives. Corrosives are further divided into acids and alkalis. In acids, we have inorganic. Examples of inorganic acids are sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, and nitric acid. Organic acids. Organic acids have acetic acid, salicylic acid, oxalic acid, and vegetable acids have hydrocyanic acid and cyanides. Now, alkalis, hydroxides. We have different hydroxides of sodium, potassium, and ammonium, and carbonates of sodium, potassium, and ammonium. Okay, so now we move on to irritant poisons, which are further divided into inorganic, organic, and mechanical. Inorganic irritant poisons are further divided into non-metals and metals. Okay, so now we look into the examples of irritant poisons, inorganic, non-metals. Example: phosphorus, boron, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Metals: arsenic, lead, mercury, copper, zinc. Organic irritant poisons. Vegetable: castor oil, croton oil, seeds, Arborus precatorius. Animals: from snake, scorpions, spiders, cantharides, and poisonous insects. Mechanical irritant poisons: powdered glass, diamond dust, dry sponge, hair, pins. Now we move on to neurotoxic poisons, which are further divided into cerebral, spinal, peripheral. In cerebrals, we have narcotic or somniferous, inebriants, and deliriants. Narcotics, example opium and its alkaloid like morphine and codeine. Inebriants, alcohol, anesthetic agents, fuels, sedative and hypnotics, and insecticides like DDT, organochlorous compounds. Deliriants, example datura, cannabis, atropa, belladonna. Then we have spinal poisons, which are excitant and depressant. Excitant, nux vomica and its alkaloid strychnine. Depressants, Lacerus sativus. Peripheral poisons, Conam and Curare. Now we move on to the cardiac poisons, which are aconite, digitalis, oleander, tobacco. And respiratory, which contains the expectorants, which are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, SO2, H2S, NH3, and war gases. And then we have the miscellaneous ones, which are analgesics, antipyretics, antihistaminics, tranquilizers, stimulants, amphetamines, antidepressants, and much more. Right? So with this said, we have taken the classifications. Now we move on to the route of administration of poisons. Inhalation by injection, which is subcutaneous, intramuscular, intravenous. Oral injection, oral ingestion. Sublingual, contact poisoning, that is through skin or wound, other body orifices, nose, eyes, rectum, vagina. Through pellets. Fate of poison in body: can be vomited out of, can be defecated, can be passed through urine, can also be excreted through breath, sweat, saliva, bile. Can be metabolized in the body, can be neutralized, can enter circulation and affect various viscera, can be stored in the body. Now we move on to the action of poisons, which is local, remote, which is local and specific, local plus remote, and fourth is general. Factors influencing the action of poisons: dose, form of poison, route of administration, and general condition of the body. Diagnosis of poisoning: poisoning may be suicidal, homicidal, accidental, acute or chronic, in the living or in the dead. Objectives and steps of treatment: first, removal of unabsorbed poison; second, use of antidote; elimination of absorbed poison; symptomatic treatment; general care of the patient. Right. So with this we have covered some points on the steps on treatment. Now we move on to the details. Yes, so general treatment of poisoning is when the specific nature of the poison is not known. Patient should be removed from the source of the exposure. First of all, condition of the patient is assessed by detailed clinical examination based on degree of loss of consciousness and presence and absence of other clinical conditions. The diagnosis and the treatment is made. So the degree of loss of consciousness is graded as Reed's classification. Grade 1, drowsy but responding to verbal commands. Grade 2, unconscious but responding to stimuli. Grade 3, unconscious and responds to only painful stimuli. Grade 4, unconscious and not responding. Then we have the Glasgow's coma scale, which has to determine the stage of coma. Eye responses, motor responses, and verbal responses we overall consider a score. Right. So eye opening, spontaneous E4, on speech E3, on pain E2, nil E1. Motor response, obeys command M5, localizes M4, flexion M3, extension M2, nil M1. Verbal response, oriented V5, confused V4, irrelevant V3, incomprehensible V2, nil V1. The coma score of E plus V plus M varies from 3 to 14. Lower the scale, more is the coma. Right. So then we move on to contact poisoning. Now we see the different methods of removal of unabsorbed poison, wherein it depends on the route of administration of poison. First, inhaled poisons. Remove the patient to open air atmosphere. Ensure clear airway. Artificial respiration if needed. And second, oxygenation. Second, injected poisons plus snake bites. Use of tourniquet, incision, suction. Ice packs may be applied. Third, contact poisoning. Through skin, natural orifices, wash the area with soap and water. Ingested poisons. We have two methods: induced vomiting and gastric lavage. Induced vomiting. Indication: any ingested poison within 4 to 8 hours. Contraindications: corrosives except carbolic acid, chances of perforation of the stomach, convulsions, precipitating convulsions, coma, chances of aspiration, children, aspiration chances. Petroleum distillates, the chances of inhalation of the fumes. Cardiorespiratory diseases, heart failure, pregnancies. In these conditions, it is advised not to use it. Then we have methods of induced vomiting, wherein first is mechanical irritation in throat with fingered linear object. Second, by inducing emetic agents, which is plain warm water, weak solution of CAS, mustard powder 15 to 20 grams in 1 glass of water, and zinc sulfide 1 to 2 grams in 1 glass of water. Okay, so now we have seen the first thing, which is induced vomiting. Then we move on to gastric lavage. Okay guys, so this gastric lavage short note is very important from the point of view of vivas. Even in examination, it is most frequently asked. So I hope this thing helps you. Gastric lavage. Indication: any ingested poison within 4 to 6 hours. Useful in cases of 6 hours or more too. Contraindication: corrosives except carbolic acid, chances of perforation of stomach, convulsions of anesthesia or sedatives. Children's use a tube smaller of diameter so that to yes, in cases of coma and petroleum distillates, gastric lavage tube is generally 1 to 1.5 meter long, 12 to 12.7 millimeter broad, rubber tube thick enough to pass without kinking. Funnel end: it has funnel end, suction bulb, lower rounded perforated end, and a mouth gag. Precautions to take while doing the gastric lavage: patient should be semi-prone or prone to left side with head lower than lips. Ensure clear airway. Dentures, if any, should be removed. Mouth gags to be always be used. Plain water in only 100 to 200 ml because samples needs to be sent for chemical analysis. Continue stomach wash till ongoing and outgoing liquid is same. Pinch the tube before removing. 10. In absence of gastric lavage tube, any rubber tube plus glass funnel can be used. Procedure. After positioning the patient, teeth opened plus mouth gag placed into them. Lower end of the tube lubricated with water and soap, milk liquid till 50 cm mark, ensuring tube is passed into the stomach. In cases in the respiratory passage, cough reflex, hissing sound or air bubbles are seen. To confirm, air blown and auscultated near stomach. First washing done by fresh water, 100 to 200 ml, used to avoid sweeping of the poison into the intestines. Later is done with the plain water or KMNO4 poison into intestines. Right. The solution is in the ratio 1:1000. Each time 500 ml passed through the funnel, held at higher level, fluid passes by gravity after 15 to 30 seconds as funnel is taken to the lower body than the body. Fluid from stomach will come down due to the siphon action. Process is repeated till the color of the ingoing plus outgoing liquids becomes the same. For full process, 10 liters and 20 washes are required. To take care of poison that escaped gastric lavage, left on washing, one of the followings can be left in the stomach: KMNO4 solution, demulcents, sodium and magnesium sulfate as purgatives, activated charcoal. In children, done using Ryle's tube or rubber catheter, 20 or 50 ml syringe pushed to take over 30 cm long necessary. Complications of gastric lavage could be complications are rarely seen, but if possible could be due to aspiration, pneumonia, vomiting, injury of muscles of GITs. Okay, so this was basically the gastric lavage procedure. Now we move on to the second method of use of antidotes. Second method, use of antidotes. Antidote definition: a substance which counteracts the deleterious effects of poison without itself being harmful to the body. Indications: when emetics plus gastric lavage are contraindicated. Poisoning by route other than oral. Poisons that escape gastric lavage. Emesis, already absorbed poison. Types: physical, mechanical, chemical, pharmacological, chelating agents, universal, household antidotes. First one, physical antidotes. Definition: antidotes which physically hinder the absorption of poison. Mechanism plus action: demulcents, oil, butter, ghee, milk, white of egg, form an oily layer on gastric mucous membranes so absorption doesn't occur. Contraindicated in phosphorus, kerosene, phenol, in organophosphorus since they are soluble in oily substances. Bulky foods, example banana, flour suspension, boiled rice, mashed potatoes engulf the poison and make it non-available to cause effects. Activated charcoal, Medicol absorbs the poison. Example metals, alkaloids, glucosides given 112 gram per kg. Chemically reacts with the chemical antidotes. Definition: it chemically reacts with the poison and alters its chemical nature. Example alkalis, weak acids, tannin and KMNO4. Next we have pharmacological and physiological antidotes. Definition: opposite action physiologically to that of the poison. Opposite actions. Example atropine for organophosphorus, chloroform for strychnine. Chelating agents used in metal poison for poisoning. Non-ionized complex with metal so that metals and are not available. Example BAL, EDTA, cupramine, DFM. Then we have universal antidotes. Universal antidotes used in all cases, dose 15 to 30 grams oral in 12 to 24 hours. Components: this is very important. Components of the universal antidote: charcoal, magnesium oxide and tannin. MgO: charcoal burnt of bread 50%, milk or magnesium 25%, tannin stronger 25%, in the ratio 2:1:1. Household antidotes. And lastly, we take on the household antidotes, which are milk, charcoal, burnt bread, common salt, mustard, powders. Okay, so with this said, we have taken a brief review of the general toxicology. I hope this topic helps you to cover the important points to write in the exam and helps you retain and recall stuff from in your examinations. Okay, so once we take a brief review, we did with the definitions, classifications, role of administration. Then we move on to the action of poisons, diagnosis of poisoning, objectives and steps of treatment, wherein we saw different methods to treat the poisoning cases. First, we clinically diagnosis and we clinically examine by Reed's classification and Glasgow's comma scale. Then we aim to remove the unabsorbed poisons and to treat and excrete the absorbed poison. Various methods: induced vomiting, gastric lavage, and finally we see the antidotes as well. So with that said, I hope this video has helped you. If you like the video, please do comment and let me know. Also, if you like this contents, please do subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to make more and more such videos. With that said, thanks a lot. Goodbye. And also, yes, I'll be providing the link of this images in my Telegram channel. Please do subscribe to that as well. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Bye.